Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what's out there in the vast universe? Well, let's embark on a journey to explore this mysterious universe together. Imagine yourself on a spaceship soaring through the sky, beyond our home planet, Earth. First, we see the sun, our very own star. It's far from ordinary, though. It's a massive ball of fiery gas that keeps us warm and lights up our day. It's so big that it could fit over 1 million Earths inside it. Quite the giant, right? Next, let's journey past the sun and explore our closest neighbors in the universe, the other planets in our solar system. There are 8 of them, including our Earth, each with their unique characteristics. Some are rocky like Earth, while others are gas giants. They all orbit or move around the sun, just like our Earth does. But the universe is much, much larger than just our solar system. It's a vast expanse that holds billions of galaxies. And what's a galaxy, you ask? Well, it's a massive collection of stars, gas, dust, and other celestial bodies, all held together by gravity. And our solar system? It's just a tiny part of one of those galaxies. Each of these galaxies contains billions of stars, just like our sun. Imagine that, billions of suns shining brightly in their own corners of the universe. And around many of these stars, there might be planets, moons, asteroids, and comets, all part of their own little solar systems. The universe is so enormous that we can't even see the end of it. Even with the most powerful telescopes, we can only see a small part of what's out there. And the most exciting part, we're still discovering new things about it every day. So the universe is a pretty big place, isn't it? And remember, our journey is just beginning. There's so much more to explore and understand, so buckle up, space explorers. Our adventure into the mysterious universe has just begun. Did you know that our sun is just one of the billions of stars in the universe? It's true. But the sun isn't just any star. It's our very own special star, providing us with light and warmth every day. Imagine a brilliant ball of burning gas, so enormous that 1 million Earths could fit inside it. That's our sun! It's like a massive fiery furnace continuously converting hydrogen into helium. This process releases an enormous amount of energy, which we feel as heat and see as light. Even though the sun is much, much bigger than our Earth, it appears smaller to us. Why, you ask? Well, it's because the sun is incredibly far away. It's about 93 million miles away, to be precise. So despite its enormous size, it looks like a small, bright disk in our sky. That's the power of the sun, the star at the center of our solar system. Now, what about the other planets in our solar system? First up, we have Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system and the closest one to the sun. This tiny planet is only about 1/3 the size of Earth and has no moons. It's a speedy planet, whipping around the sun in a mere 88 days. Next is Venus, our nearest planetary neighbor. Venus is about the same size as Earth, but it's a hot and hostile world with surface temperatures that could melt lead. Despite the harsh conditions, it shines brightly in our sky as the morning star and evening star. Then comes Earth, our home. It's the only planet we know of that supports life. It's the 3rd planet from the sun and has 1 moon, which we'll talk about later. Mars, the red planet, is next in line. It's about half the size of Earth and has 2 small moons. Scientists think that there might have been water on Mars long ago. Moving on to the gas giants, we have Jupiter. This is the largest planet in our solar system. It's so big that over 1,000 Earths could fit inside it. Jupiter is known for its Great Red Spot, a storm that's been raging for hundreds of years. Next is Saturn, the 2nd largest planet, famous for its stunning rings made of ice and rock. Saturn has a whopping 62 moons. Uranus, our next stop, is a blue-green planet that has an unusual tilt. It's almost lying on its side. Lastly, we have Neptune, the farthest planet from the sun. Despite its distance, it's still a giant, with a set of faint rings and a very strong wind that can reach up to 1,500 miles per hour. So those are our neighboring planets, each one unique and fascinating. Ever notice that bright object that lights up our sky at night? That's the moon, our nighttime companion. The moon is like the Earth's best friend in space, always sticking by its side. It goes around the Earth in a dance that takes about 28 days to complete. We call this a lunar orbit. Now, the moon doesn't always look the same, does it? Sometimes it's full and round like a shiny coin, and other times it's just a thin, curved sliver. These are what we call the phases of the moon, and they change as the moon travels around the Earth, showing us different amounts of its sunlit side. But why can we see the moon at night? Well, even though the moon doesn't have its own light, it reflects the sunlight that hits its surface, sending it our way. Isn't it amazing that we have such a beautiful companion lighting up our night sky? Have you ever tried to count the stars in the night sky? It's a challenge, isn't it? That's because there are billions of them twinkling up there, each one a glowing point of light in the vast expanse of space. Believe it or not, many of these stars are just like our sun. Some are even bigger and brighter. Now, you might be wondering, how can there be so many stars? Well, that's because the universe is incredibly vast, so vast that it's hard for us to even comprehend. Just as there are countless grains of sand on a beach, there are billions upon billions of stars in the universe. And the stars we see from Earth, they're just a tiny fraction of the total number of stars out there. It's like standing on a beach and seeing only the grains of sand right in front of you, while there are so many more beyond the horizon. Now, let's talk about constellations. You've probably heard of some of them, like the Big Dipper, Orion, or the Little Bear. Constellations are patterns of stars that people have imagined into shapes or pictures. They're like a giant dot-to-dot puzzle in the sky. For thousands of years, people have been looking up at these star patterns. They've told stories about them, they've used them to know when to plant their crops, and they've even used them to navigate. Imagine being a sailor long ago with no GPS or maps, just the stars to guide your way. You see, each constellation is like a landmark in the sky. By knowing where the constellations are, you can figure out which way is north, south, east, or west. It's like having a map made out of stars. Next time you look at the night sky, remember, each star could be a sun with its own planets. So keep your eyes on the skies and let the stars inspire your dreams and fuel your curiosity about the incredible universe we live in. Now, are you ready to test what you've learned about the universe? Let's jump right into our cosmic quiz. Here's our first question. What's the biggest thing in the universe? Is it A, the sun, B, a galaxy, or C, your imagination? Pause for a moment. The correct answer is B, a galaxy. Remember, our sun is just one of billions of stars in just one galaxy, the Milky Way. Moving on to question 2, which planet in our solar system is the largest? Is it A, Earth, B, Jupiter, or C, Pluto? Give it a thought. The answer is B, Jupiter. Yes, Jupiter is so large, over 1,000 Earths could fit inside it. Question 3 is about our nighttime companion. What causes the different phases of the moon? Is it A, the moon's rotation, B, the Earth's shadow, or C, the moon's orbit around the Earth? Take a moment. The answer is C, the moon's orbit around the Earth. As the moon orbits the Earth, we see different amounts of the moon's lit side, which gives us the moon phases. Let's move to our 4th and final question. How many stars can we see with our naked eye on a clear, dark night? Is it A, around 2,000, B, around 20,000, or C, around 200,000? Think about it. The answer is A, around 2,000. There are billions of stars in our galaxy, but without a telescope, we can only see a tiny fraction of them. Great job! Remember, the universe is a big place full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. Keep being curious, keep asking questions, and keep exploring the mysteries of the cosmos. There's always more to learn, and you're off to a fantastic start. Until next time, space adventurers!